Welcome back to TheChowTimePod. It's your host, Red. I got a video today from AJ Rants and Reactions. Please like, subscribe, comment down below. I really appreciate that. Let's do that. Ciao. It's chow time.
Hey guys, AJ here, back on another one for you. So guys, these 304s are broke as a joke, man.
Bro,
all these chicks, all these strong and independent broads.
I am woman, hear me roar, in numbers too big to ignore.
Guys, all of us red pill guys tell them all the time.
Winter is coming.
Guys, winter is here for them, man. They're broke as a joke, right? They live above their means. They have apartments and homes and townhomes and student loan debt, right? And guys,
that is one thing I'm like pretty happy about myself. Not happy, but I'm happy I didn't get myself into the trap of student loans. I did go to college. I went to Cal State Long Beach for a little bit, but I had to drop out because some things happened at the gas station and my dad and my family needed help. So was it for the best? I don't know, because I still ended up in a pretty good spot. Like, was college for me? I actually don't think it was. I'm not that great academically when it comes to English and a lot of things, but I also really don't use much what I use nowadays. I don't think I would have learned in college anyways, or a degree would have helped me out in very many ways.
Giving one of these 304s money at this point is like giving an alcoholic a drink, right?
Yep, I can agree with that.
So guys, we're gonna go back to the dumpster fire known as TikTok and look at these 304s.
They're
being
addicted
broke
to
as a
money.
joke. But before we do, guys, please like, subscribe, drop a comment, guys. Check out my Discord, my locals, my second channel. I have a playlist at the end of videos just like this, and let's get into this.
The worst mistakes I ever made was moving into an apartment that I cannot afford.
Look at
I
that.
sat down one day and did a whole bunch of calculations, and I was like, I can definitely afford to rent a one-bedroom in downtown Toronto. At the time, the rent would have cost about 40%.
40%. I'm not willing to rent a place unless it's like less than 10% or 10%.
So I was like, okay, I have 60% to do whatever I want. Wrong. Just existing and living in Toronto costs so much money. You walk out the door and you spend $100. Got to a point where I was saying no to things like going out for dinner with my friends, going on weekend trips, because the buffer room that I had in between paying my rent and the money I had left over was like barely a couple $100s. And if I had any sort of emergency that I needed money for, I just wouldn't have been able to do it. But while I could afford my actual apartment and the rent, I really could not do anything else but stay inside. Looking back, I'm in a completely different place financially. I'm still living in the same apartment. I remember really wanting to just like keep up with the lifestyle inflation and trying my best to just like enjoy Toronto. Grateful to be in a position where TikTok has completely changed my financial situation, but if I could go back again, I would say live below your means at all times and don't fall into the trap of wanting a cool lifestyle. Be able to save money, be able to invest more money, be able to go on like trips to Europe and things like that. And the lesson that I've learned is that even though my income now has increased significantly, I am not going to let my lifestyle inflate with the way that my income has grown.
What she's saying is not wrong. Actually, she has a pretty good head on her shoulders. I 100% agree. This is the trap that a lot of people fall in. Once they do make good money, they inflate their lifestyle. Their lifestyle becomes pretty much very similar to what they're earning, and you can't go back. This is the trap that a lot of people get into.
I'm very thankful that I'm in a place now where I could easily afford a new designer bag or moving into a bigger condo than just a one-bedroom. But being financially responsible and looking to the future means thinking ahead. All that additional income that I'm making does not mean that I'm going to increase my expenses.
Correct.
So if you're a young person that's easily influenced and you want the lifestyle that you see everywhere online, just think twice about it, because it's not always amazing and not always great. The worst.
Guys, she honestly thinks that she dropped some knowledge here.
Sort of.
You guys, this chick is still broke, right? Think about the things that she considers normal. Traveling on weekends, going out to eat with her friends, going to Europe, getting a designer bag.
Whenever she wants.
She bought a place that was, I mean, she moved to a place that was
Any major purchases I do make, oh my God, I am like analyzing every single aspect of how much money I'm losing right now to spend on this thing. And is it going to provide me any money, anything in return? How much happiness is this providing me? How much, is this for my future, any way, shape, or form? Or is it just hedonism right here? I think about that stuff constantly. That's why I don't buy anything, because I'm too scared to spend it, because it's usually not worth it in my mind.
40% of her income. Guys, if you honestly don't think that that she has stopped herself from spending more money when she makes more money,
you've been had. You've been took. You've been hoodwinked. Bamboozled. Led astray. Run amok.
she's cooked. She's cooked, girl.
And this is why I do admit, when you find a woman that saves or has savings, or, just doesn't spend money, it is rare. And I gravitate towards those women a lot. Like the last 4 women I dated were all super frugal. Like frugal. They are like upset at me for spending money on dinner and stuff like that, which I love. Those are the type of women you want. Were all of them great looking, amazing looking, 7, 10s? No. Some of them were a 7. Some of them were 5. Maybe a 4 here and there.
Girls like this always fall for the TikTok stuff. They always want to go to the new destination trip on TikTok, right? A 1-bedroom condo was 40% of her income. Guys, us guys live simple. A 1-bedroom place, right? In a cheap area with a used...
It doesn't even have to be a 1-bedroom place, Jay, right? It just can be just a bedroom. Like, we can just rent a bedroom from another person, or just live with roommates. It doesn't have to be our own place. Everybody's so into, like, it has to be my own place kind of thing. And it's just too much.
Car, so we might travel to see friends every now and then, but most of us don't travel. We sit home, play PlayStation.
I travel to San Diego to see my best friend. I used to do it like once a month. Now I do it like once every 3 months or so. It's a 2-hour drive. It cost me maybe $40 in gas, maybe a little bit less. Nah, more like $20 in gas, back and forth. Or if I drive my Porsche, it's, electricity's free for me. I have solar, so ends up it's a free trip in a sense, other than I'm putting miles on my car.
Put our 40K figures together, and that's why we will always have money and they won't. Hey guys, are hashtags. You ready? Hashtag money tips. Hashtag Gen Z finance. Hashtag budgeting for beginners. Hashtag Toronto living. Hashtag Toronto rent. Hashtag Toronto rental market. Hashtag living alone diaries. Hashtag in your 20s. Hashtag lifestyle inflation. Hashtag de-influencing clown world.
Are we all fighting for our lives financially right now, or is it just me?
It's just you.
It's just you, girl. Well, most of the people I know are broke, dusty, musty crusties.
I have a good degree. I work 3 jobs. I budget the hell out of my money to an annoying, obsession. I'm watching every single penny I'm spending because I'm trying to pay off all of my student loans. But times are tough right now. Man, I feel like the more you work, the more you have to pay for, and
it's because your lifestyle goes up.
It's tough out there right now. I think I do well, and then I look at my bank account and I'm like, oh my god. Or I go to the grocery store and I'm like, oh wow, eggs are $10 again. Woohoo! Man, it is tough right now, and sometimes I feel like I'm the only one, because sometimes I'll look and I'll be like, oh my god, all these people I know are traveling and buying nice things, and I'm like, wow, how? Is there a secret? Someone help.
It's called sugar daddies. It's called getting peed on and pooped on by the princess.
First of all, guys, this whole $10 for eggs things, if us guys see eggs are $10, guys, what do? We stop buying eggs!
I agree with that. Okay, $10 eggs, I'm confused by that, because I go to Costco and they're about $10-ish, but I get so many eggs. I get 40-something eggs out of that. It's not that bad, and eggs are awesome. I can literally eat 3 eggs and rice with soy sauce for a meal, and I'm good. maybe I probably won't be able to eat that only once a day. I probably need some more calories than that. So maybe twice a day for that particular meal. But it ain't that bad. And it's pretty cheap. Rice, a 50-pound bag of rice at Costco is what, like 35, 40 bucks? That pound of rice, sorry, that 50-pound of rice is probably gonna last you all year. And if you're Asian like me, cooking rice every day, it still lasts me all year. Now, some eggs. It's a pretty cheap living. I'm not saying I'm living extravagant or what I'm saying is extravagant in any way, shape, or form, but when you need to save money, when you're grinding, like I said, guys, after my divorce, that was my meals for like 3 years straight. I barely went out. All I did was eat rice and eggs, fried up 3 eggs every single meal for 3 years. Now I eat a little bit more extravagant, but I also sacrificed the 3 years of eating eggs.
These girls complain about these products, just don't buy it anymore until the price goes down.
That I can agree.
Insane. And did you guys hear she said she has a degree and she has 3 jobs? That means that her degree is in like underwater lesbian astronomy. And guys, come on. She says that she budgets.
The lie detector determined that was a lie.
That she watches every penny that she spends.
The lie detector determined that was a lie.
Clown world. Guys, so much cap here. So much cap. She works 3 jobs. What is she, a bartender? A front desk at a gym? And like an Uber Eats driver? All those gender studies classes really, really worked out then, didn't they? Right?
And some people think AJ is ruthless because he laughs so hard and just makes so much fun of these women. I don't think so because, again, these women put themselves out on the internet, put themselves out there to be judged, and the things they say are outrageous. Why can't we judge and laugh at them for it? Shame.
She got her stupid degree and figured out.
Congratulations, you played yourself.
You played yourself. Guys, she has 785 comments here, and all of them. I live paycheck to credit card. I know your feelings. Making $70K a year just isn't enough.
70K
in this economy. Look at that. Financially, I'm struggling. And guys, all these knuckleheads that she's talking about that go on trips are all these girls living off of credit cards, trying to flex on Instagram, either of her credit cards, right, or some simp, some.
Okay, there's nothing wrong with credit cards. Again, if you're using them the way you should be using them, paying them off every month. I pay mine off every week. I have over 500,000 miles. I think I'm close to 600,000 miles now. What to redeem? I can go on some nice vacations. I can go to some pretty extravagant places and not have to pay because I have miles. Am I going to? Most likely not because I don't want to take the time off. I'm a little bit busy and it just wasn't worth it for me sometimes. Vacations to me sometimes are just stressful. Like I pay money to go to a place to relax, but I could have just stayed home and relaxed and saved the money. That's just how I always see things. But obviously the experience, the ambiance and everything is obviously different to some people. I get it. Just for me, I'm just a lame when it comes to some of these things.
Is buying it for him. And guys, their hashtags. Ready? Hashtag broke. Hashtag 3 jobs. Hashtag multiple jobs. Hashtag poor. Clown world.
Y'all, I just went today and got my driver's license renewed, my car tags renewed, picked up 2 prescriptions, and got a few groceries. To say that I'm completely broke now is an understatement. So
Shows his life.
Broke is a joke.
I'm going to have to go home and start selling off my furniture to be able to live the rest.
When she said I was going to go home and start selling off, as soon as I thought she was going to talk about her body.
Look at that.
My
That's
bad.
just, it's unbelievable. No, I'm not gonna, that's just a joke. I'm not gonna have to sell anything, and I'm thankful to God that I am able to do those things. And my heart hurts today, truly hurts for people who are not able. And we're living in some rough times, really rough times. And we need to be praying for all those around us who are not as fortunate as we are to be able to do the things that we need to do. I'm not talking about extras. I'm not talking about going on vacation and doing fun things. I'm talking about living, taking care of your vehicle, if you can even afford a vehicle, putting groceries on the table, buying medicine, the things you have to do. It's sad. It's very sad.
Look at that, guys. And she came on here for sympathy, guys, and apparently she didn't like what everyone said because she turned her comments off.
Uh-huh.
Guess what, Grams? No one gives a shit.
Not anymore, at least. Gosh, when I was growing up and I saw older women struggling similar to this, I would feel so bad for them. I'm like, oh my God, how did you get so old? And like to have nobody around you and stuff like this. Now that I'm older, I'm like, oh, I know why. You're a miserable person. Majority of you.
All these chicks come on here expecting everyone to, oh my God, she's so broke, I feel so bad. No one cares, man. No one cares. And guys, we shouldn't care.
We shouldn't.
They made their bed. Right? And guys, are hashtags. Hashtag completely broke. Hashtag where's my money. Hashtag empty bank account. Look at that, guys.
You know, all these internet videos, these TikToks of women, it's almost always the broke, dusty, musty crusties. They're on here e-begging, crying a river, trying to get sympathy from simps. You don't really see normal women that are doing well come online bitching and moaning about these things. Why? Because they probably got men in their lives. Please like, comment, subscribe down below. I really appreciate that. I could guess next time.